Okay. Second, we are going to discuss the role of Subash Chandra Bose in the freedom struggle. We all know it was Mahatma Gandhi who brought the independence, but there is one more extremist, the greatest extremist leader, who is known as the Netaji Subash Chandra Bose. So like Mahatma Gandhi, who is known as the father of the nation, for him also a nickname known as Netaji. Netaji means respected by all. Netaji means respected by all. This is the name given to him by the people of the Indians living in Germany, too important. Who gave the term Netaji to Subash Chandra Bose? People of the Indians living in Germany. Netaji is the name given to Subash Chandra Bose by the people of the Indians living in Germany. So today we are going to discuss this name. I said NPC is very much concerned about the personal life. So remember, on 23rd January 1897, he was born in Kotek, which is in present day Orissa. But he is a Bengali, okay? He's a Bengali from West Bengal. He's from West Bengal. And fortunately, he's the man who also cracked civil service examination, like you. You're also in BC aspirant, right? So for him also, right after he finished his graduations from Scottish Church College, Calcutta, okay, in the University of Calcutta, he did his graduation and he also cracked the civil service. 1920, okay? In the year 1920, he cleared the exam in the city of London. He went to England to break the exam. But he said, no, why should I serve the English? In fact, I will serve the Indians. So he resigned from the governmentship and became the new ruler of the India. So let's see his role. What is his role? All right. See, before I give you the notes on this person, remember, it is like this. Give me blood. And I will give you freedom. Okay. Give me blood and I will give you freedom. Give me blood and I will give you freedom. This is the slogan of this man. That means he will shed blood. Yeah, like Alexander, like Muhammad bin Tughlaq, like Aladdin Khilji, like Balban, policy of iron. He's a man who will shed blood. He never feel like India will get freedom by non-violence. Since it was the British who forcefully captured India, we would achieve independence by force. So we all know he will never be able to work with Mahatma Gandhi, right? He will never be in a position to work with Mahatma Gandhi because for Mahatma Gandhi it is only based on truth and non-violence. Based on truth and non-violence, India will achieve freedom. So this was his slogan, the famous slogan, give me blood and I will give you freedom. So see, but remember, even though he knows that it is only by blood, shedding blood he will get independent, he also knows that it was Mahatma Gandhi who is one step ahead of him. So he's the first man, right? On 6 July 1944, it was Subash Chandra Bose who called Mahatma Gandhi as the father of the nation for the first time. Too important. It was Subhash who called Mahatma as the father of the nation for the first time on 6 July 1944. See, please write down, like Mahatma Gandhi, for this man also, he published a very important journal, Swaraj. Swaraj is a journal published by him. Please write down, Swaraj is a journal published by him. Swaraj is a journal published by him. And Indian Struggle. Okay. Swaraj is a journal, newspaper started by him. Indian Struggle is a book written by him about himself. Indian Struggle is a book written by him. Indian Struggle is a book written by him. And remember, he also became a member of the Nehru Committee and participated in the non-cooperation movement. When was the non-cooperation movement launched? 1920, right? That was the year he cracked the civil service exam. So he also participated in the non-cooperation movement initially launched by Mahatma Gandhi. For that reason, he was also arrested. Too important. Subash Chandra Bose also participated in the non-cooperation movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi. He also became a member of the Nehru Committee, which drafted the Constitution of India. Nehru Committee. Okay, Nehru Committee is one of the most important committee which was set up in the year 1928 to draft the Constitution of India. He also became a member of the Nehru Committee. And one more, just like municipal election, he also became a mayor. You see? Subash Chandra Bose also became a mayor, which means he was also interested in the Indian politics. Yes or no? Just like town council election, in Kohima we have a municipal council elections. So he also became a mayor of a big universities, just like commissioner, just like in West Bengal, we have a municipal commissioner. Okay, so this is really important. So these are some of his personal life. What is his personal life? Yes, what are his personal life? His personal life is that he was born in 1897 in the city of Kondak in Orissa. He did his graduation from University of Calcutta, West Bengal. He cracked the civil service in the year 1920. He also participated in the non-cooperation movement of Mahatma Gandhi. He also became a member of the Nehru Committee, and he also became a mayor, contested election, win it. Yes, and at the end of the day, Indian Journal, Indian Struggle is a book written by him, and Swaraj is the journal started by him. And finally, he also became the president of the Indian National Congress, 1938 and 1939. Two important from the ABC point of view. Haripuri and Tripuri season. Two important. Subash Chandra Bose also became the president of the INC for 2 times, Indian National Congress president, 1938 and 1939. But in the year 1939, he resigned. Two important. Resignation, 22nd June. On 22nd June 1939, he formed the Forward Bloc after resigning from the Indian National Congress. Too important. In the year 1939 season, he resigned even though he won the elections. Subash Chandra Bose absolutely defeated Padabhai Siddharamaiah, who was the candidate which was set up by Mahatma Gandhi. He said, I defeated my candidate, Padabhai Siddharamaiah, but I have not defeated the greatest man, who is Mahatma Gandhi. Because he knows the Indian National Congress is ruled by Mahatma Gandhi, the greatest man of India. So he resigned because he says, India will never achieve independence by non-violence. So on 22nd June 1939, after resigning from the Indian National Congress in the Tripuri season, he formed the Forward Bloc. Too important. Forward Bloc means an organization which was formed for liberation of India. Extremist bloc, extremist group, okay, to shed blood. We will achieve independence by force. For that reason, Subash Chandra Bose have to run away from India. Yes, obviously the British is going to arrest him. Because of that reason now, Subash Chandra Bose will run away from India. Then he will never come back. Alright, for that reason, Subash will run away from India. So let's see now. For that reason, the Subash had to run away from India. Let's see when he ran away. Now Subash Chandra Bose will run away. And firstly, He went to Afghanistan. Okay, first day. And from Afghanistan, he traveled to Russia. Very easy, right? Very easy. And from Russia, he traveled to Germany. We all know it is like this. From India, we all know Afghanistan is very easy to reach, right? So he reached Afghanistan. From Afghanistan, he traveled to Russia. From Russia, he traveled to Germany. Alright, so in Germany, he started two organizations. Free Indian Radio and Free Indian Society, two important. In Germany, when he was in Germany, he started two important society. Free Indian Radio and Free Indian Society. Free Indian Radio and Free Indian Society. In Afghanistan, he introduced himself as Muhammad Zaid. Too important. His nickname is often as MBSC. In Afghanistan, he was known as Muhammad Zaid. And when he reached Germany, he changed his name into Orlando Mazzotta. Too important. His nickname is often as MBSC. In Germany, Subash is known as Orlando Mazzotta. In Afghanistan, he is known as Muhammad Zaid. So far, see. In Germany, he started Mokti Sina, which means the Freedom Army. With the help of Hitler, the greatest man, right, during those days. With the help of Hitler, he formed the Mokti Sina, which means the Freedom Army, often as an NBSC. The Mokti Sina was formed with which help? With the help of Hitler, known as the Mokti Sina. So this was also us. This is also us. Mokti Sina, which means the Freedom Army. And with the help of this Hitler, he formed the Mokti Sina. Mokti Sina. NBC asks you, who formed the Indian National Army? It will be Captain Mohan Singh. 1st September 1942 in the city of Japan. If NBC asks you, who formed the Indian National Army? Your answer should be Captain Mohan Singh on 1st September 1942. No confusions? The question is very tricky. If MBC asks you, who reorganized the Indian National Army and who became the supreme commander of the Indian Armed Force? It will be Subash Chandra Bose. Remember, MBC asks you, who formed Indian National Army? Captain Mohan Singh. But if MBC asks you, who became the supreme commander and reorganized the Indian National Army? It will be Subash Chandra Bose. Just like Jainism. Jainism was founded by Rishabha. But the famous leader was Mahavira Vardhana. Right? Like that. So, Azad Hind Fauj. See, please write down this name again, Azad Hind Fauj. This also refers to Indian National Army. This was coined by Subash Chandra Bose. Azad Hind Fauj. Azad Hind Fauj is also a referred to Indian National Army, which was coined by Subash Chandra Bose. Azad Hind Fauj, which was coined by Subash Chandra Bose himself. Subash Chandra Bose himself. Azad Hind Fauj. Azad Hind Fauj. So remember, what is the reason why after formations of Indian National Army, Captain Mohan Singh, his name has never been come? Because of a reason. Because of a reason. It is like this. Captain Mohan Singh formed the Indian National Army with the help of Japanese. Okay. But the Japanese has told him, you are fighting for freedom. You cannot have more than 2,000 soldiers. Okay, you can form the Indian Army, but only 2,000 soldiers. But Mohan Singh said, no, I want to have 20,000. Mohan Singh said, I want to have 20,000. Because of that reason, Mohan Singh was arrested by the Japanese. Okay, because of that differences, it was the Japanese who helped him. But Japanese says you can have only 2,000. So he was arrested. And because of this reason, Mohan Singh was arrested by the Japanese. And with that came to the end of the Captain Mohan Singh. So what happened is that on 5th July 1943, Subash Chandra Bose reached Singapore. On 5th July 1943, Subash Chandra Bose reached Singapore and Captain Mohan Singh handed over the leadership of the Indian National Army to Subash Chandra Bose. Too important. So, on 5th July 1943, Subash Chandra Bose reorganized the Indian National Army and became the supreme commander. And Subash Chandra Bose also met the Japanese Prime Minister Tojo. Too important. Under a name known as Abid Hussein. The name is being changed now. Abid Hussein. Abid Hussein is the name of the. Abid Hussein is the name of the. Abid Hussein is the name of the Subash Chandra Bose in Japanese. Okay, in Japan he is known as Abid Hussein. In Germany, he was known as Orlando Mazzucato. In Afghanistan, he was known as Muhammad Zaidi. So, too important. Often asked, name the Prime Minister whom Subash Chandra Bose has been in Japan. Prime Minister Tojo. And after this, he became the Supreme Commander. And now, what he's going to do, let's see. On 21st October 1943, Subash Chandra Bose formed the Provisional Government for Free India at Singapore. On 21st October 1943, Subash Chandra Bose formed the provisional government at Singapore with 3 ministers. H.C. Chatterjee as the finance minister, M.A. Ansari as the broadcasting minister, Lakshmi Sominathan as the women development minister. In charge of the women department, just like women empowerment ministers in Nagaland, right? Like Salodono, Crossy. Subash Chandra Bose has formed a provisional government, parallel government, we all know, right? Just like underground government. Subash Chandra Bose is from an underground government known as the provisional government at Singapore to challenge the British government with 3 departments. M.A. Ansari, broadcasting minister. H.C. Chatterjee, finance minister. One more. Lakshmi Sominathan is known as the woman department minister or woman development minister. Okay, woman development minister. So only 3 department ministers. And now the army regiments. This is the civil wing. This will be the civil wing. Yeah, just like the political wing to look after the people. Now the army. Now the regiments. What are the regiments is going to form now? Brigade means the army regiment. Okay, if you join the army, you will be known as you are from which regiment? You are from which brigade? Yes. So 3 brigades in form, named after Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subash Chandra Bose himself. And 1 lady regiment is Rani Lakshmi, Rani of Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi of Rani of Jhansi. So 1 female brigade, which is too important. Right after he formed the provisional government, he also formed 4 regiments. Jawaharlal Nehru Brigade, Mahatma Brigade, Subhash Brigade. 1 lady brigade is Rani of Jhansi, or Rani Lakshmi. Rani Lakshmi B of Jhansi. So Rani Lakshmi B, she was the greatest freedom fighter in the Revolt of 1857. Right? So that is the reason he also formed a lady regiment. So 1 lady regiment is known as Rani of Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi B. So how many regiments? 4. Right. And their headquarters is in Singapore. Now from Singapore, now they will try their best to attack India. Yes, they are coming for the first time. Now they have shifted the headquarters to Rangoon, 1944. 1944. In the year 1944, they have shifted their headquarters to Rangoon, present day Burma. Now coming slowly, they are going to come to India, right? From Singapore, they are moving up to Myanmar. Now they are going to come to India. Rangoon. Rangoon is in Myanmar. For the first time, the Indian National Army is going to invade India, right? So for the first time, they landed in Indian soil in a place called Moraine in the present day Manipur. Okay, Bishnupur districts of Manipur. Bishnupur districts of Manipur. For the first time, the Indian army landed on the Indian soil for the first time at the Moraine. So where is Moraine? It's in Manipur. 18 March 1944, hosted the national flag for the first time. Newborn. They come back to India, right? They're coming back to India now. And unfortunately, on 18 August 1945, our greatest man, Subash Chandra Bose, unfortunately, he died in a plane crash. Very controversial. His body, his ashes were broken, right? But nobody would accept it. Even every Indians, especially the Bengali people, they believe that Subash is still alive. Subash is still alive. But this is a fair deal, right? He already passed away. But still that, we believe that he's still alive. But unfortunately, he passed away in a place called Taiwan. Taiwan is an area in present China, right? See, Taiwan, they also fight for independence. Even now, these people are also fighting for independence. So Taiwan is in present China. And unfortunately, he died in a plane crash. 18 March 1945. After fighting for all this whole year. 18 August 1945. The darkest day. Okay, 18 August 1945 is the darkest day. 18 August 1945. 18 August 1945 is known as the darkest day in the freedom struggle because on this day the greatest man, the greatest son of the soil, Subash Chandra Bose, passed away. Unfortunately. Before India got independent, 2 years before, right? Exactly 2 years. But what to do? This was just the nature, and because of this reason, see, we all know the Indian nation. Why? See, we have a national army. Who is from this? Subash Chandra Bose. No doubt, okay. Who formed the Indian National Army? Subash Chandra Bose. So, these are really important. Indian National Army has been formed by the Subash Chandra Bose. Okay, so Subash Chandra Bose, you have to remember. Now we are having a national army. Well, India is protected by this man, Subash Chandra Bose. So people respect him because of this reason. And we all know, might be the situation is very bad, right? See, because of different ideology or else, we are all fighting for independence. We are all fighting for independence. So that is how India got independent. And unfortunately, Subash was unable to enjoy the fruits. But he's the man who formed the Indian National Army, and he's the man who have attacked the British Army from Manipur. Yes, he's the first man. So that was the story. You have seen this movie, right? After 1949, you will not see him. He will run away from India. And he never come back to India. Yes, because of that reason. Yes, because of that reason. We'll stop here. So that will be the most important topic for you, right? The role of Subash. And remember, Chai Hen, Delhi Chalo. That's one more thing. He give the slogan, Jai Hind, which means victory to India. And Delhi Chalo. Delhi Chalo means what? Delhi Chalo means march over Delhi. It's a new one, right? Delhi Chalo. Kolkata Chalo. Yes. So Delhi Chalo means march on to Delhi. That means we will occupy the Delhi throne. Because we're Indians. Our job is to capture India. So Jai Hind is a slogan given by Subash Chandra Bose. From where? From Germany. From Germany. Okay. Pretty good. From Germany. From Germany. Jai Hind and Delhi Chalo. We will stop here for today. Yeah? You try your best. And tomorrow, we will start with the social religious movement. Okay? Social religious movement. Social religious movement. The most important topic, I think. One more. But today, what's the most important? Role of Subash? Yes. Subash Chandra Bose.